dear.
Okay. Hello and welcome to Monday Night Paranormal Live with myself and not so far away Jenny, Angela from South Coast Ghosts, Judy of Paranation Ghost Hunting Events, and our special guests tonight are Kevin and Dom from Weston Supernatural. So welcome to Monday Night Paranormal Live. We hope you had a good week, everybody that's watching, and if you have any questions for Weston Supernatural or Kevin and Dom, we're calling them. Please put them on the screen. Come on and join us and give us your comments. Even if you know them, tell us some funny stories about them. Don't let them get away with it easy on it. There must be some funny stories about them. So please join us on Monday night. We'll have a good time. So what we'll do, we'll go over to Kevin Dunn of Weston Supernatural, and we'll chat to them now and find out their take on the paranormal, how they got into it, etc. You know how the Monday Night Paranormal Live like. So send us in your messages, say hi, whatever you want to do. Come on and say something. So welcome, guys, to Monday Night Paranormal Live.
Thanks for having us.
Hey.
Well, you're welcome. So tell us a bit about your team, how you got your name.
Let me say that one.
Okay. So it started off for me. I had a few paranormal experiences myself that I couldn't explain. So it rose curiosity. I mean, when I was a lot younger, I used to watch all the paranormal shows like Most Haunted. I watched all the live events, and I know it's all, questionable, but it was entertaining. That was the least.
Yeah.
So after my personal experiences, and then me and Dom got together. We had some experiences at your place as well, your house. And then Dom got me a Shepton Mallet ghost hunt for my birthday. We did that, and we've been sort of into it ever since.
Yeah, so when we started up with, it was in lockdown, we decided, we know how to do this. We don't need to pay other people to tell us. So we figured we'd get a team together with some people that we trusted. And we did call ourselves something else before. Not going to say what that was. But then we decided on a new name. And it's one of our team members, Baz. He had a group previously and he said they were called Weston Supernatural. And as we're Weston Supermare, it just let's go for it.
Yeah, his team had disbanded years and years ago. So we just thought, why not? We'll just take the name, pick it up again. So,
how many team members are there in your team?
It's about
11.
11, yeah.
Yeah, it's 11.
Yeah, we tend not to go. 11 was quite pushing it. We tend not to go too high. But yeah, 11 we've got.
And what are their roles in it? Just investigators, or do you have historians and people like that in your team?
Well, at the moment, me and Baz do the techs. We do the cameras, the gadgets, setting up that sort of stuff. I do investigating as well.
I do a bit of everything. So I do all the organising and stuff. We've got 2 fantastic mediums.
Yeah.
One of those also teaches us our own psychic development as well. And
Nice.
then we all got Zoe. She does our TikTok, which we've just started up. And we all just kind of do what's needed. To be fair.
Yeah. We have active members. We have some members that just want to come to us on investigations to just see what happens. They don't want to get involved, which is fine. It's taken a few years and a few group changes in and out to get where we are. We're good now, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Ghost Dragon Investigations. Welcome to Monday night. So let's start from the beginning. What was your first encounter with the paranormal in an investigation?
An investigation, that would have to have been our very first one, Shepton Mallet.
Yeah, that was a strange one, wasn't it?
Yeah, so it was with like one of the companies that do the big ones.
Yeah.
How long ago was that? Must have been 7 years now.
Yeah, 7 years ago, easy.
So we went along to that, and they were doing their startup vigil thing where they get everyone to call out and stuff like that. And we stood in one of the wings. I think it was
A wing, yeah.
It was for the ones that are criminally insane.
Psychiatric,
wasn't
it? Yeah.
I can't quite remember. Sorry. And
Right.
we did that, and obviously it's pitch black in there, and we were calling out, and the lady next to me started kind of grabbing on my arm, and she was looking into a cell. So I turned and looked into the cell, and all I could see was this black mass. I mean, the moon was coming through the bars.
It was a full moon that night as well.
So the moon was coming through the bars, but there was this extra black.
Yeah, you just couldn't see
area
through it. It was just thick black. It was like a black cloud just stood in the middle of the door, in the cell door. It was very strange.
It was horrible.
We all started edging off because everyone got that feeling.
I was like dread, absolute dread and terror. It's horrible. And then a bit later on in that evening, we actually went back to that wing, and it was my first experience of doing a spirit board or Ouija board.
Yeah.
And I started doing it, and I started panicking. And I said, no, I said, we shouldn't be doing this, and I felt sick. The only way I could describe it was like for anyone who's got kids, and when you look around and all of a sudden they've disappeared when you're out and you can't see them. It was that pit.
Mm-hmm.
And
it also felt like someone punched you in the stomach.
Yeah,
it was that
horrible.
Intense.
They actually had to take me back to the base room in the end because I didn't know what it was. I was just awful.
But if you remember, as soon as you walked out of that wing, the whole pressure, the whole atmosphere just went. It was like, oh, we're back to normal again.
Yeah.
It was literally like you were in a bubble.
And that's what got me hooked.
Yeah.
Being terrified.
Do you think that spirit was trying to attach to you, or you were just feeling what it was feeling?
I just think it was a real low vibrational, not a nice spirit. I mean, given in mind where we were, it was just. I think it was purposely trying to put fear into people.
Wow. Andrew, do you have a question for them?
What's been your favourite location over the years?
It's been a good few in there.
I think for me personally, I would say Shepton Mallet Prison because we've been there 5 times now, and every time we go back, there is something different. And for me, that's probably my favourite one.
You see, my favourite one, which we're unfortunately not going to get to go back to, was the old Bristol Courthouse.
Oh,
That was incredible. We actually managed to have a back and forth conversation on the spirit box, which was unbelievable.
Yeah,
that was great one.
And we also had it was quite a chilling experience. Like me and Dom and a couple of others were upstairs on the table doing table tipping, and because I'm the first aider of the team as well, so we heard someone shout help, or we heard one of our team members shout help, and we were literally by the stairway that went down into the cells where the other members of the team were. So we packed up, rushed downstairs, and we said, "Oh, is everything all right?" And they just sat there like, "What are you talking about?" I said, "We just heard you, all 3 of us just heard you yell help," and it was a girl on our team, and it was her voice we heard. So we thought, "Oh, let's get down there quick." No, they were just sat there doing an experiment. And said, "No, we didn't shout nothing."
Wow.
It was great. It was like a voice manipulation, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
completely.
It was quite clear then when it came.
Oh, absolutely clear. It was like we're as clear as we're talking now. but shouting, clear as day.
And,
Yeah.
and has that shut down as a venue, or just shut down altogether, or?
Together, I think.
Well, it's been taken over by a different company. I contacted them to see if we could hire out again, and unfortunately, their prices were just like through the roof. So
Really?
it's not really worth it. It's a shame.
Yeah.
Hi, good evening, Essex Ghost Hunters. Absolutely love Shepton Mullet Ghost Dragon Investigation. 6 for me, Lowell 7 by the end of the year. Very popular place.
Yeah, we've hosted twice there now.
Yeah, we've hosted twice and done our own privates.
Yeah.
And do you get a lot of guests go with you there, or do you always get a full house?
We did on the last 2. Well, yeah, the 2 that we hosted, we did, but we don't do them massively. So where you got some of the others that will do like 40 people, we'll stick it to about half of that, and that includes our guys as well.
Yeah, but also we're non-profit as well, so we just get the cost of the venue and split it over like 20 tickets sort of thing. 20 beds, call it.
Fantastic. Essex Ghost Hunters, what a fantastic location. Do you find by having a smaller amount of people, you get more contact, more stuff happen?
I think a lot of it depends on the venue.
And the people as well.
And the people.
Depends what mood people go. If you go with a bad mood, we find sometimes you get nothing, which is why before we do investigations, we have a team meet up. We'll go and get some food. We'll have some laughs and jokes. But build up the energy and the happiness of everybody.
Yeah, definitely.
The attitudes, and that really works for us.
Yeah, it's always good to have a team thing, isn't it? Sorry, Judith.
Yeah. I was just going to say, that if people come and you go up to them and you say, "Well, you getting much?" "No, we haven't had anything all evening." You're like, "Well, come and join us, and they don't, and they're no, I'm not getting much, and I think it's if they sort of like just turn that around and were a bit more positive and said, "Well, let's try a different focus, let's try a different way of doing what we're doing," and sometimes you can get like some really good results by doing that. Just by changing the way you approach things.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're not an experienced team, are we? We're not here to. We're not going to jump scare you or anything like that. If we get nothing, we get nothing. It's just luck of the draw.
It's exactly the same as us. What we get is what we get. If we're not getting anything, we say, okay, let's go back. So if we're down in the cellar or something, we say, we're not getting anything down here at the moment. And we're like, okay, let's go off. Let's come back, in a couple of hours, few hours or so, or maybe towards the end of the night, and see if it's sort of like changed. Maybe swap the people about a little bit as well. And some people work better with others, don't they?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Essex Ghost Hunters had said we took 20 people, and the end of the night we took all the groups back to sea, and it went crazy. 5 team members had to be taken out, and 6 guests, as it was crazy. It's a great location, isn't it, that place?
It is. I mean, there's just so many different areas and different energies in all of them. I mean, we've been in, sorry, I'm terrible remembering the literal wing names, but I know one of the big ones that we went in, this is like when me and Kev had just started out, we literally heard someone jump on the suicide nets?
Yeah,
the chain link nets.
Chain mail nets you get at the bottom of the cell blocks.
And it wasn't just like a little tap, it's like someone fully jumped on it, and there was nobody else in there at all. And
you can even see all the chains. We were just walking in there on our free time, and all of a sudden it just went bang, all the chains just sort of. I was like, what the hell is that?
It's such an interesting venue. You're always going to get something different.
Yeah. It's a place with many layers, isn't it? Hidden layers.
A lot of different emotions and everything tied in there.
I've even got some really cool footage on the. I'm sure you guys know what an SLS is. It's in the chapel, and I was holding the SLS like this, and there was a piano next to us, and you could just about see it in the clip. And I was talking to one of our team, and I said, "Oh, would it be amazing if the piano started playing?" And literally, as soon as I said that, this little figure came down onto the screen, sat down on the stool. You could see the fingers going like this on the keyboard. And then it just went, and it was like, that was so cool.
It didn't play a tune then.
No,
Actually
sadly.
not, but it was It was
That
great.
would have been scary if you'd have heard music, wouldn't it?
Probably would have terrified me.
Oh, I'd have been right over there with a camera. Come on, play Mozart or something.
Brilliant. So, Essex Ghost Hunters, we had bolts being thrown from the beds over the top. One hit me on the bloody and hurt. So they had bolts being thrown over the top.
I can imagine it would.
You can imagine from that height, couldn't you? It's a great location. The other one I've always fancied trying is Shrewsbury Prison. Have you ever been to that one?
We're trying to get in there. So I know Shepton Mallet had a few issues. Was it this year or last year about them possibly losing the prison at one point? So we haven't sort of been in touch with them since. But yeah, we want to hire Shrewsbury Prison out.
Me too. That's on my list.
Maybe a joint venture.
Yeah.
You never know.
It's just getting people to travel that far, isn't it?
I think for us that would probably be a stay over in a cheap B&B somewhere.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Ghost Dragon investigations, but when we were in the chapel, the spirits responded to the piano playing.
We do find music is a real trigger point.
Yeah, and I don't know if any of you guys watching this as well. At the 5 times we've been in there, we've only managed to get into the kitchen area once. And me and another team member went into the walk-in fridges, and we was just chatting, and all of a sudden, next to us, like here, was a loud growl, and we was like, "Whoa, that's close." In the kitchen.
Wow, in the kitchen.
Yeah, but we've only managed to get in there once because every time we go there, something's closed.
Yeah. Do you know, we've had that. We've hired it a few times, and we've had the chapel closed, and we've also had the kitchens closed. So apparently the chapel, there's something going on with the roof that they're doing. So that's what we were told. And then we're told that I think the kitchen area and possibly the chapel area are now hired out to someone different, a different company or something.
Yeah, I'd say that as well.
Yeah, so when I don't think we're going to ever get access, which is a shame because I've heard that that's quite haunted, that area.
Ghost Dragon investigations, but we've been in the kitchen at Shepton as well.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Always get a lot. We did when we went in there. We got loads.
See, I want to do that. I want to stay in this. I want to sleep over.
No, you're all right. It's full of ghosts. What do you want to sleep over with them for?
People need a bit of a snuggle at night.
yeah, but with a human. That's what I'd snuggle to. I remember when we get Ghost Dragon Adventure goes, it's taken over by a new owner, but Shrewsbury is still owned by the people who want to turn it into a hotel. So that's going to be a big loss. And
that's a shame. So Shepton Mallet don't own that anymore then?
Don't look like it, according to Ghost Dragon. I think that's one of their go-to regular venues for them because they're in that area as far as I know. I think they're in Bristol, Bath, or somewhere in that area, I think.
Oh, not far from us then.
Yeah, you're not far from you, I'm sure. I remember going there and me and my partner, we were standing in the C Wing. And I had the Alice box, and I was trying out the Alice box for the first time, and it kept going 7, 7, 7, 7. But was something wrong with this? And of course, I looked round, and we were outside cell 7. So I thought, oh, okay. So we're wandering there, and maybe that's where it wants to go in. So we wandered in there, sat there, nothing really, a few taps, and then it said Reginald. I thought, Reginald? That must be maybe an American soldier, it's an American name. Came out of there with the Alice box, and it said, "Push down the stairs, I was killed." I'm like, what? And turned around, and unbeknownst to us, on the wall, just before you go in, it's where Ronnie and Reggie Cray were. It was their cell. And when I asked one of the ladies about, was someone pushed, she said, yeah. There was a guy that was in the cell above them that was causing them a bit of an issue. So they had put a hit on him in there. He was pushed down the stairs and broke his neck. So that was quite a place. So on your bucket list, my cell unlocked itself and opened the door. Oh, great. You can't run out of another door, can you?
I think when we were there, I think we were doing some sort of like writing planchette, and I think it's spelled Dave, and we sort of said, oh well, he wanted us to help him, and we said, well, what cell are you in? What cell are you in? And he wrote his, I think it was, oh, this is going back from memory. I think it was 113. And we looked up, and above our heads was cell 113, and we thought that was quite strange. We had lots of laser grid as well. Oh, I can't remember. It might have been C Wing, and that was sort of like in the late of night, and that was like turning off and switching back on demand, which was quite good. But every time you go there, it's always exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
See, we had an interesting experience. One of our guests was putting on a bit of a show. I'm not going to say who they were.
Yeah.
Then we went into the next wing, and Dom and Pam did automatic writing, and it came out that they're effing lying or effing liars.
Oh,
wow.
We all knew it was all rubbish, but but for spirits to also do that on the automatic writing was quite amusing.
Yeah.
Wow. It just shows how clever they are, doesn't it, really?
Oh yeah, that's
They
the
haven't
thing.
been back with us since.
Too many people just completely disregard spirit, thinking, well, we can do what we want, and it don't work like that.
Yeah. So, what's on your top 10 bucket list to go to? Where would you like? Anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world. Where would you like to go?
Definitely
Gettysburg. And the Winchester Mansion.
Yeah.
Those are my two.
Oh, yeah.
I want to go to New Orleans, just everywhere in New Orleans.
Is that the Gettysburg battlefields?
Yeah,
because
that's where,
that's up on my top 10. Well, actually, it's probably my second one.
Yeah, because
there's some great stuff on YouTube for Gettysburg battlefields, isn't there?
There's a famous. There was two famous ones I've seen. There's one where they were driving through at night, and you see the soldiers running past the cannons.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yes, I've seen them all. Yes.
Yeah. Did you see the one with the Tesla? When the Tesla's driving through, and all of a sudden it started saying there was loads of people around the car.
Yeah. There's another one as well where I think it looks like a farm or something, and if you sort of like look across the field, there's just like a soldier marching, and then he disappears, and he's just going backwards and forwards. It's and the footage there's so much of it. You're like, I'd like to believe it, but then I'm also sort of like a little bit skeptical. But it looks so authentic that I personally I think it's real.
I think one of the videos done at Gettysburg, I think it was probably 80s, 90s. It was one of the older video cameras. I think it was just a couple filming. I think it's one of the only ones that have been, like, people have come out and said, no, that is actually real. And it was, you could see the soldiers through the trees, marching through the trees. That was a really, really good one.
There's
That
some
sounds
really good
thoughtful.
stuff on there.
The thing is, you can imagine that amount of energy there, can't you, as well?
Yeah.
Like yourselves, if you walked on there being, psychic medium, the energy that you'd feel from that battlefield would be incredible, wouldn't it? Really?
Oh yeah.
So when go back a few years ago now, I did a battlefield tour of World War One. And we went
In
to
the UK? Was that in the UK?
It was a company called Ledger Holidays, but we went to Somme.
All right.
Oh, okay.
And they got Canadian trenches there preserved. But when you get up and go over the top, that's a horrible feeling. And then when the tour guide goes, that tree over there, that's 50 yards away. That's the last remaining tree of that battle. And they said something like 100,000 people died between here and that tree. And you're like, that's like no space at all. And it really does give you the does make your hair stand. It really does.
I think one of my top 10s would be Waverley Sanatorium.
Oh, definitely, you want to go there, yeah.
Ghost Dragon Investigation said, have you ever been to North Fall in Weymouth?
No,
we haven't.
we've been there with Paranation. Great place. Really, really is a good place. We had some real good evidence there. You know, voice recordings, video camera, caught shadows, and we were actually photos. And actually, Julia and one of our investigator, Gemma, she might be on it tonight. I'm not sure. They actually walked through a corridor and heard a conversation going on with no one else there.
We were
Didn't
just
you, Julia?
we were just doing some ghost hunting, and we were just like walking back to the base room to grab a coffee. We were just walking on one of the corridors and just chatting amongst ourselves, and there was just me and Gemma, no one else around, and we just looked at each other, and I could just tell by the look in her eyes that, you know, that something had really scared her. And she said, "Did you hear that?" And I said, "Yeah." But with me, it takes me a few seconds to sort of like take it in and process it. And she just sort of like looked at me. She goes, I'm not staying here. And she just like ran. But it almost sounded like you just stepped into like a little circle, and you could hear like a conversation with like, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 people, 3 or 4 people. It was weird. We went back, but there's Gemma. Did you hear that, Gemma, about that Norfolk with the voices that we heard? And then anyway, I thought, I'm not staying on my own, so we just ran. And Gemma also caught a good photo as well in one of those tunnels as well.
Such a great place to go. If you ever get a chance, go there with your team. You'll love it.
Yeah, we'll put that on our to-do list. That's one thing we find difficult sometimes, is trying to find a venue, because everyone's like thinks you're having a laugh and a joke and don't really want to, you know, don't want to know.
Or they charge the earth.
Or they charge,
Yeah.
It's silly, isn't it?
And then it's getting people to go. You know, it's been quite difficult the last few months, and you know, just trying to get people to, you know, to come. You know, we do a great ghost hunt, and it's just getting people to like come along and join us, and like, come on, please. You know, it's going to be great. It's going to be a good laugh. It's going to be good fun. But yeah, I think, you know, there's lots of factors at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, if you're ever struggling for numbers, give us a shout. We'd love to come along to other people's investigations. You know?
Yeah, come.
We got one coming up soon. Purbrook, isn't it? Fort Purbrook in Portsmouth.
Yeah, come along.
If you're interested.
It's not far from. Oh, my brother lives in Portsmouth.
He'll know of it, because we do Widley and Purbrook.
Yeah.
Both great venues, believe it or not. They're very active in both of them. I think Widley for me has always been a really good night. Me and Gemma had some good evidence there with stuff, myself and Gemma. But yeah, we're heading there, Purbrook, on the 20th, I think it is, of next month.
We're where are we? We're with
David Stowe in Devon.
In Devon, yeah. David Stowe in Devon on the 20th.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a shame.
We're doing a joint venture.
Nice. So that would be sort of Gettysburg would be your number one on your bucket list to go to. Where else would you like to go? It's a difficult question, isn't it?
It is. When you get put on the spot, it's hard. Lewisham Asylum.
Yeah.
That's definitely.
Have you been there or?
Not yet.
But we have we spoke to someone recently said it wasn't as good as it was made out to be.
No, but the thing is, you never know, do you?
You don't.
Because if you went to a party and no one talked to you, you'd think it was rubbish. But then if someone else went and then everyone had a conversation with them, they'd say, "Oh, it's the best party ever."
Yeah.
Thanks for the follow.
I wouldn't mind doing the ancient Ram Inn, but I don't want them to lead the investigation. I want to do it myself.
Yeah.
That's the same with Jamaica. They do it, don't they?
No, they don't anymore.
Yeah, with the Ram, you can do the Ram, but you can hire it yourself from Sunday night to Thursday night. But the Ram do their own ghost hunts Friday and Saturday nights. So if you want to sort of get a small team, I help out with another group that do the Ram. You can sort of hire it from Sunday night through to Thursday night.
Oh, okay.
And it's not too expensive. But that might be an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Essex Ghost Hunter said Bram Castle.
Mhm.
Bram
I like
Castle.
that one.
No, where is that? Essex Ghost Hunter. Let's know where that is. Ghost Dragon Investigate. Cold Harbour Mill is a great location too.
Well, where's
Yeah,
that
we've
to?
Zoe's emailed them.
Oh, okay.
We're just waiting for a response.
Walks.
So you might be going to that one then.
Yeah, we might be going to that one. And when we just did the nunnery Saturday just gone, that was
Okay.
fantastic.
Oh, this is alcohol free, by the way, just in case. I'm not getting wasted.
I was going to say
Gina.
you're not that nervous. You
Orange
need a drink.
Yeah.
So
I was
tell us
looking
a
at
bit
the
about your
nunnery.
Saturday night investigation then. How did that go?
Sorry? Yeah, it went really,
Tell us
really
it-
well. Yeah, so we when you go to that one, you get access to 2 of the houses on site and then the chapel as well.
All right.
So one of the houses, as far as they're aware, is where the nuns stayed. And then another one of the other house was for unwed mothers and possibly convicts of some sort. They're not sure whether that was actual kept there or like a halfway house. They just said in the history books it says convicts. But yeah, we went there and it was really, really interesting. For me, the chapel is always the worst bit. For some strange reason, I am not welcome in churches. I feel sick, I get headaches, and I have to leave.
It's got a spontaneous combustion.
Feels like it. But it's always been that way since I was little. So going in there, I didn't get much. I just felt really uncomfortable. We did some table work in there and stuff like that. And every time I tried to ask questions, we'd get radio silence. So I had to ask the questions out loud for someone else to ask. So I'd have to say to one of our team members, Steph, I had to say, "Oh, can you ask this?" And then she would ask and get a response.
Oh,
They did not
blimey.
like it.
That's strange, isn't it?
Yeah, it was an odd one. But on the other side of it, I can understand because I do practice witchcraft. So I probably
Okay.
be overly welcome in the holy places.
They already sense it.
Yeah, but it's been it was a really, really good evening. We got lots and lots of knocks. We got footsteps. I mean, obviously, as it was just Saturday, we've got loads of evidence to go through still.
Yeah.
Quite tiring, isn't it?
Oh, it was knackering. I think we left there at 2 and ended up getting home about 4.
Oh, yeah.
And then
But
not
it's-
recovering the paranormal hangover.
Still feeling it
It's
now.
a killer. But no,
Yeah.
it went really well, and we actually
Good.
did our first Facebook Live when we were
Oh,
there.
nice.
And we did an experiment with some old walkie-talkies.
Right.
So we put it on to, was it like a static noise part?
Yeah.
And so it was able to receive. And
Right.
as we were doing the live, it kept going off with conversation. And obviously we had to kind of rule that out because it could have been someone else dipping in on the frequency.
Yeah.
So I walked over, turned it off, walked back, we carried on. And then all of a sudden the radio starts going off. And it's like, I turned that one off.
Yeah.
I clicked it on.
Oh,
And
wow.
we said, okay, if that's you, can you do it again? With that, it went off instantly. And we had noises again. And that was just an unexplainable moment, which is I love.
Yeah. Do you try that with the Estes method? Have you tried that? What's your results with that?
Yes, this method.
I had some really good results at Winchester Mansion.
Yes, with chest
Yeah.
on.
I was sat in one of the corridors, had the headphones on, blindfolded and everything, and one of our other team members went to the other end, and apparently I was literally answering them on cue with everything. I couldn't hear a thing. So,
Wow.
it was really good.
Yeah, and we've done it with the spirit box with that as well. And where did we do that last? Skirrid. We went to Skirrid and that was an uncomfortable experience. We had somebody not overly nice sat with me while I had my headphones on, and we had a couple of things going on. So I was sat in the bathroom, funnily enough, with headphones on, answering questions, and the other guys were in the main room in one of the hotel rooms with spirit board and spirit box going at the same time. And I think majority of the answers that I was given was matching up with everything else.
Yeah.
But the feelings I was getting and the visions that were being put in my head was so disturbing. It was horrible. I had to stop it.
That's the same, because that's when we stayed there, wasn't it? That time, yeah. We did sleep over there, and I left the camera on recording all night, facing the door, and early hours of the morning, you could just see, you hear the footsteps going thump, 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 and it literally stood. You could see under the door. It looked like two boots, and then it just went to the side and just went thump, 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 and walked off. And
Oh wow!
I was like, wow, that was amazing.
Do you ever think? Well, I'm not going to go and have a look. I'll just stay where I am.
No, we always go look.
Yeah, we always.
I sometimes hear that and think, well, I'll just let that go and then I'll go and have a look. Open the door and there's a bloke standing here. Whoa!
It's ladies first.
Yeah, usually.
Yeah. I like that. Loving it. Ladies first. I'll remember that one. Ghost Dragon Investigations. We love doing spirit box and spirit board and get great evidence.
Yeah, definitely.
It is interesting, isn't it? What's your take on a lot of the? Stuart Richardson's put my favourite would be Fort Widley. Always something happening. But if you ever get a chance,
Great place.
Come to Fort Widley or Purbrook with us. You'll enjoy it. You'll have a great time, especially if you know someone lives in Portsmouth. You've not got far, because it's right up on the hill. Yeah. But they're great places to investigate. We always have something to go on, and that's another place that every time you go, something different happens. Nothing's ever the same. Night is never the same. So, what would be your most scariest moments?
Oh, scariest moments. That's an interesting one.
I'm not scared of anything.
Yeah, right.
Me neither, but I do run.
It's when it takes you by surprise, and that's when you're like, whoa, hang on. If you're expecting it, it's fine. But it's when it takes you by surprise. It's like, especially with like Gemma, and and she just like, she's gone. It just scares her. And you're just
yeah. I think I know what your scariest moment was. At Woodchester Mansion when you got chased out into the car park.
It was Woodchester, but it wasn't that moment. So I had two in Woodchester Mansion. Me and one of our other guys, Zoe, we were walking back into Woodchester, and all of a sudden, that place, if anyone's been there, is silent outside, like really silent and pitch black. And all of a sudden, you hear these footsteps in the gravel, and no one else is there. It's just me and her out there. Look behind us, no one's there, and then turn back around, and the footsteps are getting quicker. And we did run back inside. It was on gravel.
Yeah.
But my real scariest moment for Woodchester is we were on the top floor, and even the people that have worked in Woodchester say there is something really, really horrible on that top floor. And when we were in there, I can't even explain what the experience was, but I couldn't move. I wasn't blinking. I couldn't really speak. I could just about hear, but it wasn't like I was connected to myself anymore. Until Kev walked past me, and I was able to just about move to like touch his arm, which kind of grounded me back in. But it was literally like I was pushed out. But one of our mediums, Pam, after I spoke to her about it, she said that she'd had kind of linked in and had a look in, and she said I was not there at all. She said I'd been somewhere very dark.
Oh, wow. And is that the sort of place you've been back to for? Stuart Richard put Mary's house, the demonic voice was picked up on the voice box, was really spooky. Mary's house, or Mary's Wood House, is a venue that Julia's got for Paranation. And I think it's a 17th century house. And I did it with a paranormal group about 10 or 11 years prior to that. And that was my first time I ever saw an apparition, was there.
Wow.
Yeah. And that was on Halloween night I saw him. He was in a corridor upstairs. but that's a great venue. That's another one that you have to keep going to get experience different levels of it. You know, it's been in just lots of different people's hands in lots of different eras. So you know, you're looking for that split in them eras as you're going in there. But it's a great venue if you're ever out. It's in Guildford. You know Guildford in Surrey? I don't know if you know that far out.
I know of it, but I don't know it.
Yeah, Guildford in Surrey. There's a house there, and it was a house owned by this man from London, but now it's horticultural university. So they teach vets and all of that now. So, and the house sits right in the middle of the grounds. So it's a great venue, great venue. So, do you have a question for them, Julia, or?
Yes, I think I have a question.
Okay.
I've got loads of questions, but
go for it.
oh gosh, what should I ask? What's your favourite piece of equipment? What's your go-to piece of equipment that you know that you're all, 9 times out of 10 you're going to use it, and it's going to like come up trumps?
See, I've got about 3, to be fair. My favourite techie bit of equipment has got to be the Mel meter with the REM pod. I love using that. And then for more traditional methods, it's my spirit board, and it is my spirit board. I love it. We've got that one, and the divining rods.
Okay.
We've always got something on the board, and we always get answers with the rods every time.
Yeah, I suppose for me, the top one for me would be the table, because we've had some crazy stuff happen on that table. Yeah. We've got it walking, been thrown. You got thrown against the wall. Excuse me. Second, it would probably be the Ouija board, because I like that, because we make note of what we've got, and when we research out later, it usually tallies up, doesn't it? And you can also get the spirits. You can feel like they're moved.
Yeah.
And their presence changes between each person, which is brilliant.
And I've got one more to add, which is spirit box as well.
All right.
All right, yeah.
And lastly, for me, the Ovilus that we've bought recently. That is a brilliant piece of equipment. The words that come up on there tie in with exactly where we are and what we're doing. So I find that a really, really decent piece of kit.
Love table tipping.
Yeah, absolutely awesome.
Great. We've had some real good table tipping. Angela's got a very haunted table.
It helps.
Always
it's quite
works
rickety as well, isn't it?
Sorry.
It helps. It's quite rickety.
Yeah. It's quite lightweight. It moves.
Yeah.
It's impressive. It's very haunted, the table. We've had some other questions. Yeah, Julia.
You put me on the spot now, aren't you?
Don't forget yourself is the best tool ever. Ghost Dragon Investigations.
Yeah, 100%.
Always go for your gut.
Yeah. I always say that. It's your best sense. You can have all the thousands of pounds worth of equipment, but your body will tell you whether it's wrong or right, or whether you need to go, doesn't it?
Definitely.
And you've really got to take note, haven't you?
And it's like the more traditional methods, like, when you think, if you go back like hundreds of years, Ouija board has been around for centuries. Especially in the Victorian times when they used to use the board. So, if you're communicating with people that have passed, it's quite a well-known piece of equipment.
Yeah.
Whereas, if you like a lot of the modern pieces that have been brought out, would they be scared of them? Would they know what to do, even if we tell them to do? Go near the aerial, touch the aerial. Maybe it's best to go back to basics and best to do like the more traditional ghost hunting. I know some of the equipment, it can be really good at getting stuff, but it's sometimes the basic methods are also just as successful.
Yeah, we've been to some investigations where we've got nothing on the tech, and everything's on the boards, the tables, the rods.
I mean, we always go with it is that the tech is there to back up the mediumship and other stuff. So the tech is like kind of our showy bit. So it's like, oh no, this is happening.
Yeah.
We've got some.
Agree. I love the more traditional stuff. It just feels more natural flow to it.
Yeah, we got some great stuff that, you know, we've recently bought. We got a couple of music boxes, a couple of shadow trackers, and we've recently bought a tracer wire. And you know, we got some really good pieces of equipment now. And you know, sometimes it's you know, back to the old like glass, you know. And you know, sometimes we sort of like get sort of like more stuff on the more traditional stuff than we do on the gadgets. But yeah, it's trial and error. You know, no two nights are the same, even if you go to the same place.
What's your opinions on catching EVPs? Do you do a lot of voice catching?
We always do EVPs.
We've got some awesome EVPs.
So I think one of our best ones that we ever had was Skewered. It was the first one we'd actually caught. We were earlier in the evening. We were in the bar area, and I felt really, really sick. And anyone that's ever been pregnant and got morning sickness knows that is a particular type of sick feeling, and it is horrible. And I stood there, and it's like, I have morning sickness, and there was no way it was from me. So and that just said to me that there was someone who had either been pregnant, lost a baby, whatever it was. But that was what was it for me. So then later on in the evening, we'd moved to, like, I think it was the bar restaurant area.
Yeah, it was a restaurant area.
And we were sat down doing an EVP, and I had asked, was there a woman who'd made me feel sick, who'd been pregnant? And when we listened back, we kind of had a woman that was almost like sobbing. Yeah. So, you know, when you kind of crying that much, you lose your breath a bit, and you're like that.
Oh, wow.
And we had that really clear come on. And so we kind of continued down that avenue of questioning and asked, you know, why is the woman crying? And first listen back, didn't really hear anything. But then we went upstairs and plugged it into a speaker. We heard very, very clearly someone say, oh, it was the baby.
A baby.
Or a baby, that was it.
Baby.
That's interesting, isn't it?
But the more interesting thing on that is that all the females in the group heard a man, but all the males in the group heard a woman. And then I remember going home, like, saw my dad a few days later, played it to him, and he went, that's a woman. I thought, no, that's a man. And so it was really interesting how just the two different groups heard completely different voices but say the same thing.
We've had something similar. We played the clip at the CryptidCon. We was at the Sedgemoor battlefield. Was having a break. I had the camera rolling because I always do. Just chatting away, and all of a sudden, a loud whisper said, "I am here," right next to us. And we was like, "Whoa, what was that?" See, all the guys heard it, but the women didn't. Yeah, you're literally not that far from us.
And they say men don't listen.
Who says that? I've never heard that one.
There you go.
Paul's really good at EVP, aren't you? Paul's
we just have a switch. I love the EVP. I'd take mine everywhere. I'm terrible, really, but I get some really good responses with it. You know, so you listen to it, you think, no, that can't be. And no matter how many times you listen to it, you think, that is a return. That is like a direct voice response to you. Yeah. You think, well, how can it be? And sometimes, I don't know whether you've had it, where you've called out, but you've literally heard it before the recorder. Yeah. You physically heard that response. You think, did I just hear that? And the recorder backs it up, doesn't it?
Yeah, we had that Shepton Mallet.
3 times that's happened, isn't it?
Yeah, so Shepton Mallet was a really good one. We had a few of us had picked up a small child. So we were doing a spirit box session at the time, and we asked if a child was there. And then literally from the other end of the wing, we heard yes. And then we thought, okay, we'll carry on. We said, how old are you? And again, from the other end of the wing, we had 9.
Oh,
And
wow.
it did not come from that speaker at all. It was the other end. So that was like a wow moment, because everyone just like looked towards where this voice came from. So it was a collective, everyone heard it. It was great.
Yeah.
It's
When I went
good when
to
everybody hears it, isn't it? Sorry, Julia.
Yeah.
So I was just going to say, when I went to Shepton Mallet, and it was about sort of like 3, maybe 4 in the morning. I think we did a sleepover, like something like till 8 in the morning or something, and it wasn't quite getting light. And I remember, I thought, I'll go and have a little mooch round on my own. And I went up into, as you come out the base room, you go around the corner, and on the right, there's those steps up to, is it B wing? Not quite sure. Hi, Alan. And went up there for, no, gotta be brave, ghost hunter, been ghost hunter, 20 years and that. Go and do it. Opened up a door to one of the wings, and I thought, right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk right along the wing. I'm going to record all the way along, all the way back. And I opened the door, and I was recording, I was going, hello, is anybody there? Is anybody there? And I heard dotted around the wing people going, hello, hello, hello. And I thought, no, that's it. No, I'm not. I just lost my bottle, and I thought, I'm not going in there on my own. It still gets you, doesn't it? It still gets you.
Yeah.
Still gets you.
We had an incredible one. We went to Blake Hay Theatre in Weston, and I left the camera on recording. It was in the main theatre. Left the camera on the table. We went out. Come back. When we played it back, we heard a voice said, "I'm here. I'm effing here." But just before that, and even after, you could hear the audience. It was like you get all like the fidgeting noise, like if you went to a playhouse or whatever. You hear all the noise of people rummaging around their bags and stuff. We heard that clear as day, and there's no one in the auditorium at all.
Oh, wow.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
I like theatres. I like theatres.
Yeah.
Mm.
They're always energy, aren't they? Energy packed, because people laughing and singing and all the things that go on there. I think they're very much energy packed, aren't they? Really?
Yeah, I'd love to get into the Hippodrome, but I'm guessing that would never
You see,
happen.
going back to the Blake Hay, again talking about voices. When we were talking to the manager lady that was there with us, we had a chat with her at the end, and we said, was there like fights or something going on outside? Because there was a couple of pubs nearby. And she's like, no, it's been quiet. Why? I was like, because we heard everyone shouting.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, we've had a look because we've got cameras all around, and there's been nothing at all. And we all heard people shouting and arguing and things like that, clear as anything.
Oh, wow.
We even said our recording was going to say, well, we'll have to discount that because there's people outside making a noise. It wasn't.
That's incredible capture, isn't it? Really? It's even better when you actually hear it, isn't it? You actually get that. And I always find if everybody hears it, you all look at each other because nobody wants to say anything, do they? And then you think, did you just hear that, or did I just not hear that? And I always find that's really, really good evidence, because you don't say anything, you just wait for other people to say it.
Yeah.
So what's your opinion on doing lone vigils? Are you all for that, or?
Yeah,
definitely.
We do lone vigils.
And how do you get on with that? Do you find that good, or do you get good response with that? You're happy with that?
Sometimes we have, sometimes we haven't. That's probably been the biggest hit or miss part. I've done the sensory deprivation before. Probably slightly unintelligent of me did that in Shepton Mallet in that really, really horrible wing, and left very quickly. I ended up getting my head pushed against the back wall.
Oh no!
I sat down on the floor. I had headphones on, blindfold on, just seeing what I could pick up, and then I had this vision in my head of this man stood over me with I can still see it now, these really disgusting rotten teeth and just this big horrible grin. And then with that, I just had a hand that just went bang against the wall, and I was like, I'm done. I'm out. So so they are usually our big hit and miss one. And you've got to think as well, am I imagining that because I'm on my own in an uncomfortable place?
Yeah.
or did that happen? So I think there's a lot of questioning that comes with it. But when
Yeah.
you've got recorders going at the same time, it's even better when you do pick up those things.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever really tried that, to be fair.
No.
You know, we sort of like go off on our own and sort of like do little bits and pieces, but you know, to actually sit there blindfolded, I don't know if I could do that. That's like quite chilling,
I think
isn't it, really?
Yeah, I think you're very brave.
I think
It's
so.
uncomfortable, but it's interesting.
Well, if you go
Yeah.
back to steps,
I'd just be scared that something's going to like come and like touch me, or you know, Gemma couldn't do it. Gemma could not do it. No way.
I had a ghostly pull on my t-shirt when I was recording at
Fulford Manor.
And luckily Baz was panning with his camera and he caught it on his camera. So my t-shirt just went twice. It was brilliant. Yeah,
It's great when they do that, isn't it? You get that physical contact, you know, within reason. Obviously, scratching and all of that, you don't. But
yeah, I've been punched. That was quite, yeah. Oh, and another thing's somebody sort of like I did a ghost hunt, and on the way home, I was like, oh, my neck feels a bit sore. I went, oh, I got a bit of a scratch, and I thought it was quite a long scratch, and it was a scratch. It went straight across my neck, and it was almost like, you know, like a pin, where you got a pin, because it was like so like raised. So yeah, someone didn't like me.
The same thing happened to me when we went to Greyfriars in Edinburgh. We weren't even doing an investigation. We went on a tour of the graveyard.
Yeah, Blackfriars.
How was it? Blackfriars.
Greyfriars.
Yeah.
Greyfriars, sorry.
And yeah, we were in one part of it, which they said normally is locked because there had been so many paranormal attacks. So the council wanted it locked because people kept getting up. And I was kind of like, I went like that on my neck, and I said to Kevin, I was like, oh, is there anything on my neck? And he's like, no, nothing there at all. So we kind of finished off the tour. We were waiting to be picked up outside the front bin of the road. And I went like that again, and I could feel, just like you said, those raised scratches. And I was like, are you sure there's nothing on my neck? And Kev looked, and there was like, was it three, four scratch marks?
Three down that way, you had one that way, and then you had another one over here.
Yeah, no, on the other side.
The pictures on our page on Facebook. Yes, it's incredible.
But yeah, no, I know what you mean about like the pin type scratches where it's really, really thin and really raised up, because that's exactly what these are like as well.
Yeah, it was. I just thought, oh, you know, neck's a bit sore. I didn't really realise it on the event. Maybe we're just a bit busy, and I was like, you know, I thought, oh gosh, you know, that's quite a long one, quite a long one, quite a long scratch. But I think Stuart's just said that happened to me at Oxford Castle and prison. My head was banged against the wall. So yeah, I think, you know, I always like to think that they can't harm you, but you know, I think they can like push or you know, scratch and you know.
Do you think that's a warning rather than a meaningful thing? It's just a warning, get out, or
I don't know, maybe they're trying to get your attention, but they're just a little bit heavy-handed. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, if someone's not a very nice person in life, just because they passed on, it doesn't all of a sudden make them wonderful.
It's gonna it doesn't.
Some of them
are
not nice people in life,
agree.
Nice spirits, and we've definitely encountered some of those low vibrational spirits where we have been pushed and things like that. I mean, it also can be maybe you've looked like someone and it been a trigger point, because we had that at Fulford. The what we believe, a previous lady of the house had come through and took a real disliking to me, and what it had come about is I seemed to look like someone who's caught her husband's eye, and I ended up getting shoved against a wall, and she really didn't like me at all. So it could literally be, I mean, we've all walked down the street and thought, oh, you look like so-and-so, don't like you. So
true. Yeah.
Something happened to me quite recently. I can't say what we were doing, but we was filming with another group, and just to sort of break the ice, I made a little ghost suit. So I put a little sheet over my head and had the eyes cut out, and I ran out going woo, and I think I might have insulted the ghost because they made me feel really sick
Mm.
for about 40 minutes. Yeah, and
Oh
I had
dear.
to get Pam to help me out because honestly I was almost like, bleh.
Yeah, you were like near enough green.
Yeah, and I must have upset them. So it does show that they can have an effect on you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you have a question for them, Angela?
What's the worst equipment failure you've had, like batteries
Oh.
draining and all that kind of stuff?
Do you want to say this one?
When we went to, it's actually our first investigation as a team. It's the first time we'd ever done it. We went, well, as a team anyway, but we went down to a cemetery, like with a disused church, not far from us. We went in there. The guys put all the equipment down on top of a grave.
Well, it was like
a gravestone.
It was a big long gravestone above ground, quite an old one.
Yeah.
And we just
they put everything down, and it drained everything.
Power had gone off on absolutely everything.
Every single bit of equipment we had was dead.
Yeah.
Until we left.
Yeah, as soon as we got back to the car, they all turned back on again. It was like, what?
But yeah, that was probably the worst one because that was everything. Failure. Even the torches went.
Yeah.
So,
oh wow.
It was weird.
Interesting.
It was. Yeah.
That's incredible, isn't it? How they can draw all that energy out of all that equipment. Just shows you, doesn't it?
It was like a complete blackout, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think that was the point, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another warning, maybe you're not going to feel more catch us tonight.
Yeah.
Maybe that type of effect, really, doesn't it?
Hmm.
Do you have another question, Angela or Julia, for them?
What's the best piece of evidence you've got that you could show someone and they go, "Oh yes, that's like I believe that."
Well, I've got something that we did before we did the team.
Mm-hmm.
I showed it at the Cryptic Convention. I've got a photograph of a little girl in the cell area at York Museum.
Castle Dungeons.
The Castle Dungeons. And basically, we were the last people in there, and the staff go, "Come on, you don't need to get out now." And I just thought, okay, all right. So I just got my camera, went snap, 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 and then just walked out. And then when we got back home, I put it on the TV and was like, "What's that?" So I zoomed in. It was quite dark, so I enhanced the brightness on the computer, and you can see a perfect silhouette of a little girl, which looked like she's holding like a teddy or something.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
I sent it off to the museum. I said, "Look, can you just for confirmation, can you go down there and just tell me there's like if there's a stain on the wall or something?" They come back and said, "No, there's no stain on the wall." And then literally like 2 days later, she said, I showed that picture to my boss, and they've had numerous reports of people seeing a little girl down there.
Oh wow!
So to me, that's my golden apple sort of.
I think for me, it would be from Bristol Courthouse. We were doing table tipping, and we had it filmed. We've still got it on video, and the table was going really well. Just your basic kind of rocking back forth, and just we both, but two of us on there, we both turned our hands that way, and the table was still keeping that momentum of going back and forth. And then we asked the table to stop, and it stopped on two legs. And you could quite easily see that me and the other person, it was just like nails touching.
Yeah, there's no way you can tell that up.
No, and it just, I can't, it's one of the ones I can't explain. I mean, we will always scrutinize our own evidence. Every single time. We will look through it, and it's like, well, you felt a breeze, but that window might be a bit cracked. There's this. We will look for every single possible reason it's not paranormal first.
It's like photographs. Pareidolia for me, that's no. If it looks like a face, no, don't care.
Yeah.
But unless we can say 100%, then we won't call it evidence. But that bit, we just couldn't explain it.
No.
So
it's like you could debunk 80% of what you get, can't you? Really?
Yeah. It's like all the thousands of pictures we've taken, probably maybe 3 or 4. We could say, yeah, that's paranormal.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That's the problem with pareidolia, isn't it? People like for example, that person had a burnt toast. Oh, look, it's Jesus. It's like, no, that's just burnt toast.
So what was your very first piece of equipment, and what piece of equipment would you like to have?
What was the first one?
I
An
think
EMF meter, wasn't it? Just a little one of
the
those.
K2,
Yeah.
but then, or was it the SLS? Or did I build that later?
No, you
on?
built that later. I
Probably
think it was a
the
K2.
I think.
Started off with your basics.
And a cat ball.
On
K2 and the two cat ball.
Yeah.
Off with.
Good pieces.
Yeah. What do we? Well, I don't know. You're more equipment based than me. What do you want?
Oh, what do I want? Well, actually, there was a program we watched, and they had these. It was like a set of tiles that they put in front of a doorway, and it basically when something moved over it, they all lit up. I can't remember what it's
All right.
called.
I
So
don't know.
like sensor, like mat type thing.
Yeah, it was like a mat of LEDs, and then as soon as something went near it, wherever that was being sensed, they would get brighter in that section. It was really cool, but a company in America do make them. It was like £600.
Oh.
just for a meter, I think it was.
Oh wow.
I thought,
We've got
I don't know which program it was. I can't remember.
we've got like shadow trackers where, you know, if people like go over them, we've got like white LEDs and they sort of like light up. And we've just got a tracer wire, which is like just a long, it's almost like a long rope light. And if someone goes over the top of that, that will light up. But it's not, I think the ones you're on about, is it if they actually stand on them that they light up? Yeah. The ones we got, you just have to go over them, which is, I think, up to about 6 inches or something like that. But yeah, they're like, it's almost like a pressure pad type thing. They tread on them. Yeah. Oh, they would be cool, wouldn't they? Maybe get some people together and maybe sort of pitch in and
Tracer
maybe-
2 wire is £600. I'm in
See
the
what
wrong
we have
business.
been experimenting with, you know, the plasma balls.
Yeah, I tried that.
Did you have any luck with it?
No. I think, to be fair, I think I bought the cheapest, nastiest one on Amazon for about £8. So it probably didn't work. Yeah.
But
it's not all about the price. It's not all about the price.
Reliability, I think, is the main thing.
But we're just trying it. We haven't had anything on it, but it may work in different locations and other locations. So it may not work in every location, mightn't it? It might be just a certain place. And also, we have an interactive robot as well.
Have you tried one of them?
Yeah, you know the MeWe MIP. We call it the MeWe MIP.
No.
And it's a balancing toy a toy robot. I bought it many years ago, and it has gesture control. So if you go near it, it goes uh-oh, and it backs off. And if you walk away, it follows you. So we've had some real good results with that. It's a balancing. It's called the MeWe MIP MIP robot. It's a balancing robot that has gesture control. And literally, if spirit go near it, it goes uh-oh, and it walks away. Because as it goes, if they walk away, it follows. You see it. We've seen it go around the hall, following. There's no reason for it to follow anything, because there's no one in the hall. And it just and it's called the MeWe MIP, the MIP. It's a gesture control robot. But wow. we've had some real good things. And if you leave it, it balances on its own. And if spirit comes close, it sort of goes uh-oh and backs off, but it starts talking in funny language. It's really weird. It's really, really weird. We've used it a few times and it's worked really well. You obviously it's a child interactive thing. So whether spirits see it and they don't understand it's a robot, but it's actually gesture controlled. So that's it. That's the one. You see it on the screen.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
So you program it because it changes colours. You turn the wheels and it changes the different programs. So it can spin round, it can dance, it can do all sorts of things. But it has the gesture control on it. So if you put your hand up, it comes towards you. If you put your hand down or you walk towards it, it goes uh-oh, and it backs off, starts walking away from you. And it'll actually turn around and walk away from you. And if you turn around and walk away, it turns around and comes back again.
Oh, that's cool. I want those.
very, very clever. If you get a place like you feel as children or something a bit intelligent within there, and it'll balance on most surfaces anyway, like on the table, it's just self-balancing. So it just rocks itself a little bit, and then it just stops and waits. And then whatever gesture's done, is the robot will either spin round or it's quite a clever bit of equipment, really. So we've used that a few times. So that's always a good idea. I'd say we've tried the plasma ball, but we haven't had any luck with it. But
Yeah,
you
we
never,
never did either.
Keep at it.
Someone is at the front door.
Oh, delivery.
there's someone at your front door. Would you like to go and answer it?
No, sorry,
Good. Is there any more questions for him? No.
Don't think so.
Do you pick up a lot of EVPs on your cameras?
we've had some, but we do better with a voice recorder.
I think the voices we've got on camera we weren't expecting. So what's that mansion we called? We got that old guy's voice. Fulford Manor.
Fulford, yeah.
That's off the top of your head. Yeah, so it was at Fulford Manor. Everyone was sitting down, and I was just panning around, and all of a sudden we heard this really deep voice. Went, "Oh dear!" And it was like, "Whoa!"
That's when Zoe bent over, wasn't it?
Yeah. A really posh old English voice.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's the place where I had my T-shirt pulled.
Really interesting
wow.
location, Fulford.
It's not very
good.
big,
No,
but
but
it is good.
you've got to get enough there to fill your time.
Yeah. So if people want to get onto your Facebook page or onto your web, you have a website, do you? Or
It's being built at the moment. Our Facebook page is our main go-to. We've just started dabbling in like social media stuff because to start with we just kept ourselves private.
Yeah.
And it was a hobby, but since
Is
it's
this
cryptic on
Sorry, is that you? Is that you?
Weston Paranormal
No.
Investigators.
no.
Oh, okay.
No.
So we thought we'd give this whole
Not that
social
one.
media thing a try, and we've got to try podcasting as well at some point.
Yeah, we've been. Fulford Manor is the place I want to go. Ghost Dragon
Yeah,
Investigations.
Yeah, it's worth it. I think they've put their price up a lot though since we went. Back.
Everyone has.
Yeah, it's a shame. isn't it?
That's the trouble. As soon as they get the ghost hunters go there, they just see it as money, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a real shame. So I wanted to do the SS Great Britain, but they want like $3,500.
Oh,
Yeah, all right.
We did HMS Warrior, and that was a kidney and a lung. To hire that one. But we scraped it. We just scraped it, and it's a tick in our box, and great to say that we've actually done it. But oh my god, I think I was stressing about that for like months and months and months. And then
It's okay.
sorry, I was just going to say, and then you can go to like a venue that costs like peanuts and have an absolutely fantastic evening. So
Yeah,
it's difficult, isn't it?
yeah. So talking of ships, I would love to get on the HMS Victory, but I pretty much think they will not allow it.
yeah.
I'd
No,
love to get on that
you can do
ship.
the Warrior, but I don't think you can do the Victory.
Because the Warrior's the ship that's at the same dock, isn't it?
Yeah.
It stays. It doesn't move. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
The Warrior
Yeah,
stays.
it's
It doesn't move
Portsmouth.
anywhere.
It's
Yeah,
Portsmouth.
it's on the water,
Yeah.
but it's docked. It doesn't go anywhere. It's just stationary on the water.
Yeah, how if you don't mind me asking, how did you get permission for that? 'Cause I've been trying to contact those people to get on boats down there.
I think I might have gone through their website. To be fair,
I'll have to try it again.
through
See if
the Portsmouth Dockyard. I think it was last year. Well, it must have been because I think I booked it like a year in advance. So yeah, from memory, I think it was through the Portsmouth Dockyard. Portsmouth
Right.
Historic Dockyard. It's come back to me, but it was an absolute fortune, to be fair. And I don't that I said that's the only time I'm doing it because it was just a ridiculous amount of money.
So
You had a good night.
Was it good though? Was it worth it?
do you know, it doesn't look that big from the outside, but when you're on that ship,
Yeah.
it was huge. It was Angela was there. It was just absolutely huge, and you know, people were, you know, up the stairs, down the stairs, you know, at the front, on the deck. Everybody was everywhere, and you're like walking around. You're like, well, where is everybody? What are they doing? Where is everybody? And you couldn't hear them. You didn't know where they were. Hi, Peter.
Hi, Peter. Greetings from the States.
Peter started
Greetings.
following me on Twitter, which is now X, and that
All right.
was about 17 years ago. Yeah, it was a long time ago. So yeah, that's how we became friends. Yeah.
We
Yeah,
do get a lot
Weston.
of people from America come on here, don't we? They
Yeah.
drop on. Obviously, I don't know whether it's like mid-afternoon their time and what our time and this, that, and the other. But the other one we've done down that way is the Hovercraft Museum. Have you done that?
I've not heard of a hovercraft museum. I have
I
now.
mean, Julie, you've done that one, haven't you? The Hovercraft
Yeah,
Museum.
we've done that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Another
some good
one we need to
evidence
go back
there,
to.
wasn't it?
Yeah, need to go back there, don't we?
There's
Yeah,
some good
so what
evidence
I
caught there.
would love to get into, but unfortunately they don't allow investigations anymore. It's Little Dean Jail in Gloucestershire.
Okay.
Oh, do you know, Little Dean? I tried to get into Little Dean
Mhm.
a few years ago. I can, if I look at my emails, and because they were doing ghost hunts there, so I said to them, oh, you know, can we come along? And she said, yeah, you can, but we've got kittens at the moment, so we're waiting for them to settle, and then after that you can come along. And then, you know, in a blink of an eye, a few years are gone, and
Yeah.
but one of my friends, their daughter lives nearby, and she said, why don't you do Little Dean? So I was like, oh yeah, you know, maybe I'll contact them again. But if they don't do them anymore, then
No, we contacted them recently, and he said he doesn't do them anymore because we went down just to visit. I mean,
Yeah.
the museum is just
It's the most
there's no
non-PC
words.
place you would ever go.
It's
Sorry,
so,
did you say
so
scary?
interesting.
No, the most non-politically correct place you could go.
Oh.
So if you get offended, it ain't the
Yeah.
place for you.
There's actually a sign outside saying if you are offended easily, something like just don't come in.
It's recommended by the dark tourists.
But
Is it quite big?
no,
It's crammed. There's a lot of stuff
There's a lot of
crammed
stuff.
into it, but it's a small place.
so it's like literally floor and ceiling are
Yeah.
covered in things.
Yeah, it's got uncensored photographs of like crime scenes of murder,
Mm.
weapons that have been used in murder, the last hangman's rope ever used.
Yeah, so it's just those bits in history that people don't want to talk about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But walking in there, I mean, we say me and Kev went
Oh,
down just for a
jeez.
visit, and we both had the worst headache in the world
yeah.
walking
As soon as you walk through
through.
that door, bang, migraine. And you're
And-
like, wow.
I was walking around and I felt weird. Said to Kevin, I said, I don't feel right. I feel really sick. My head really hurts. And he looked up and he said, look where you're stood. And looked, I was actually in a cell.
Oh.
And I was like, well, that might explain it. But
Yeah.
fantastic place. And just gutting, they don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's a
don't know
shame,
why I
innit?
sort of like backed off. I think after the kittens, I was sort of like, oh, you know, we'll get back in touch. And then I don't know, maybe I just didn't feel it was big enough,
And
you
you
know.
weren't meant to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did what did we do? The dive museum in Gosport. That was quite tiny, but we had some quite good stuff down there. I did that once as well.
We did the Arundel jail.
Yeah, you see, that's tiny. That is literally
Yeah.
just a very small. It's not even a hall, but a very, very small hall with like 3 cells each side, and I think you can probably only get access to about 3 of them now. And then you've got a tiny corridor with the condemned cell the other side. The kitchen is so tiny. The whole place is tiny, but it has to be probably one of the most active places that I've been. It's really, really good. In fact, I don't know why we haven't been for a while.
Yeah.
I honestly don't.
Interesting place.
Yeah, I don't know why we haven't been for a while because, yeah, it really is good. I think because it's so tiny, you can only have, you know, a very tiny group really. But it really is good. It is a good place.
tunnels.
Let's go
Interesting.
back. Let's go back.
What are they called?
Drakelow Tunnels.
Drakelow tunnels, yeah.
That's when we had our first sort of experience of bringing something back with us.
Because they're
All
not
right.
around anymore, are they? They've
No,
closed
Yeah,
down.
they don't do them anymore.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
bought someone. I was driving back at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I said to Dom, I said, "Oh, something in the back of the car. I feel like I'm being watched." Got back home, the dogs were crying, they were unsettling, and I felt absolutely stupid. But long story short, we were told to connect them to a stone,
To use the obsidian mirror.
and we drove an hour and
Hour and a half.
a half up the motorway with a blimmin' stone in our hand just to get out of the car.
It's crystals, not stone.
Okay, let's put it out and then you can go back. It worked, but didn't I feel stupid driving up the motorway just because I got a pebble in my hand?
Yeah. When I told him about it, so I went and spoke to someone that I knew, and when I said to him, I was like, right, we're going to ask the spirit to go into this, and he looked at me like I was absolutely nuts. He's like, it's a rock. What are you doing? No. But no, it was absolute madness. It turned the house into chaos.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
my dogs were going crazy, literally screaming and crying and trying to jump gates and everything. And then as soon as we took this gentleman back, they were fine.
Yeah.
It just settled in.
Yeah, it was the same people we used when we went to Shepton Mallet Prison. But I got the feeling when we went to Shepton Mallet Prison, they were interested in ghost hunting. But when we went to Drakelow Tunnels, I think they were just interested in the money.
Right.
They just didn't really see.
That's kind of where we learned about protection and closing down and things like that.
Yeah. Yeah,
so
that's always a must.
Yeah, so it's one of our rules.
Yeah.
We don't have many, but everyone is connected at the beginning. We do our connection, we do our protection, and then at the end, you don't leave until that close down is done.
Yeah.
So, yeah, especially if we're doing a public one.
Yeah.
They put the opening up of the battery tunnels in Portland. Soon they could be very interesting. Ghost Dragon Investigations. So that might be an interesting place to go.
Yeah. Also, I heard another place that was mentioned really good. It was a nuclear bunker under a house.
Kelvedon Hatch.
Kelvedon Hatch. Yeah. That's a secret. You're not supposed to know about that. It's a secret nuclear bunker.
Yeah, we did that years and years and years ago.
Yeah, that's quite popular, that one.
Yeah, I don't know why we didn't go back. Why didn't we go back? I think because it was a very long way. It seemed a very long way. It was interesting. But I think it was just a very long way. And I don't think we got a lot, to be honest, because you're underground. A lot of things don't work, which is good, because they rely on like radio signals or things like that. So it's good that nothing works. But yeah, I think we just found it hard. Maybe it's because we were tired because we had a long journey, and I don't know. Maybe it's a group of people. I don't know, but yeah, we just didn't seem to get much there. But it might be worth a revisit at some point.
I did the fort at Chatham in Kent once. And
Horsted.
And it was a communications centre for the Second World War. And we were there, and we were walking down, and we thought we heard footsteps coming up. So we said, is there anybody there? Can you make a noise? Can you ring one of the phones? Because there's phones set up on the desk, but they're not plugged in. And bugger me, one of the phones went off. Dling, dling. Picked up the phone like, hello? And like, there's nothing there, obviously. And we're all looking at each other going, what was that rung? And the guy, one of the tour guides, he said they often, when they lock up at night, they hear the phones ring in there.
Wow.
So if you're ever out that way, that's well worth a visit.
That's the side of the country for us.
Yeah, because in that one, they used to put a lot of the aeroplanes in there to repair them. So it was hid munitions, and also hid Lancasters and the Spitfires inside while they were being repaired, and they could wheel them out onto the dockside then. So it's really, really interesting place. It's I a hive of activity during the war as a communications base, a repair centre. So it is because you've got also down on the docks, you've got the school. What's the school called? There's a school down there where they used to teach sailors knots. Can't think of the name of it now. It's escaped me. But that's right on the dock front, which is a really good paranormal place to go. If you're ever in Kent or that area, but I nearly had it. It's the old something school. The old... No, it's gone. It will come to me. The old something school.
It's
But
not
yeah,
ragged, is it?
it might be the
That's in
Ragged
London.
School. No, that's in London. This is...
That's in
what's this
London,
one
isn't it?
called? Yeah. I can't remember, but it's where they would teach sailors to tie knots, and there've been a few sailors hung there. So
That sounds
it's an old
interesting.
disused warehouse. So it's something. I can't, and it's annoying when you try and think of the name of a venue, and it can't. But it's in the Chatham area, so it's a good venue. So Ghost Dragon, and we have done a place in Lyme Regis, which was very interesting and a lot of history. That's interesting in Lyme Regis. So how far would be your limit to travel then if you were doing investigation?
Australia?
Uh-huh.
I'd go anywhere if I could afford it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good venue, you'd go, wouldn't you? If it's a really good
absolutely.
venue, you go, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we eventually we want to plan on doing like a tour of the States and like go there for a week or something and just hit every single like decent
Yeah.
popular
Yeah.
place. I'd love to do that.
All your places.
They've grown up and done their own thing.
That's
Yeah.
all your places you want to go in it on your bucket list, really.
Without doubt.
Gettysburg and all them
Yeah, and I
places.
think, like a general investigation, longest we do, if we were coming home the same night, would probably be an hour and a half, 2-hour drive. Because obviously coming back, you've got to be safe, haven't you?
Especially 3 o'clock
Yeah.
in the morning, 2-hour drive, jeez.
But otherwise, overnight, anywhere really, anywhere in the
Yeah,
country.
anywhere.
I think one of my bucket list for the last question for tonight really is Transylvania.
Oh, that's out.
Yeah.
That's where I
Bram
want to go next
Stoker's
year for my birthday.
Bram Stoker's castle.
Yeah,
That's got to be the place, isn't it?
yeah.
Because
Yeah, that would be awesome. There's,
Essex goes home to Transylvania, without a doubt.
oh,
What
yeah.
was done?
Where
That could
all
be it,
starts.
couldn't it? We could all go together, couldn't we? And blitz it.
Yes.
Good.
And we could go live and do everything from there, couldn't we?
Great.
Yeah.
Never done before. From Transylvania. Anyway, have you
So
got any questions you'd like to ask us, or are you?
No, I'm just going to quickly check another one in there. For my 40th, I'm not going to do an investigation. I'm not doing any live stream, but we're going to Auschwitz.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I bet that's going to have some very, very horrible energy there.
Mm.
But yeah, out of
I'll tell
respect, I'm not going to do an investigation there.
I'll let you into a secret. I'm going there in October.
That's originally where we was going to go, but it clashed with someone else's plan, so I'm going to have to go next year now.
One of our investigators is Polish, and she has family. She has family, and that where they live, not quite in Auschwitz, but they live close to a concentration camp on the outskirts. So we're going to go with her because obviously she can talk the language. So we're looking to go in October to Auschwitz.
Amazing.
Nice.
So quite looking. You can't say quite looking forward to it, can you? Because it's difficult, isn't it? What do you say?
Experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think you experience a lot of energy when you walk in there, won't you? As we are, as we're open, you can just imagine, can't you? Walking through them gates, what you're gonna be bombarded with emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
I've heard stories where birds won't fly over it and things like that. Whether it's true, who knows? But it's,
Yeah. Yeah. Peter Rodriguez is Vlad the Impaler's castle. That would be amazing. There's all these places we need to go.
Oh yeah.
you just need the money.
I think
Yeah.
we're doing planning on
Need
was
to-
Craigienos Castle, however you pronounce it, in Wales.
Oh, in Wales, yeah, that's quite a famous
Yeah.
one, isn't it?
we're planning on that one.
Yeah.
So keep an eye for
And the
that.
Edinburgh Vaults. Have you been to the Edinburgh Vaults?
Yeah.
We had a tour round,
Yeah.
but we didn't do, not for investigation purposes. We were just there for a weekend.
Is it any good? Did you enjoy it?
That was brilliant.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, very eerie stories there.
Mm.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be crammed into a room with 20 odd people. Not on that side. Yeah, it is very interesting. One of my friends went the same weekend, and she sent me a picture. She said, "Oh, what do you think of this?" I don't think she's a believer, but it looked like a person had walked out the wall in one of the vaults.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Cool. Okay, so only remains me to say thank you, Kevin, Dom, and Western Supernatural for coming on tonight and chatting. So interested, listening to your stories, and we much appreciate people coming on and having a chat. I hope you enjoyed it and weren't too nervous with it all. So it's only remains for me to say from Angela, myself, and Jenny, Julia, and Kevin, Dom from Western Supernatural. Have a very safe week. And we'll see you next Monday. So take care, everybody. Take care. Bye.